Some rookies just want to survive the playoffs. They play safe. They play careful. They hope the moment doesn't swallow them whole. But then, there are rookies who walk into the postseason like they've already been there before. No nerves. No hesitation. No fear. And that's exactly what happened when Victor Wembanyama stepped onto the playoff stage for the very first time. The lights didn't shake him. The pressure didn't break him. If anything, it unlocked something different, because while the world was watching Wemby, what they didn't expect was the firepower around him. 3 rookies, 3 different skill sets, 1 mission: Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, Carter Bryant. And together, they didn't just help the Spurs reach the playoffs, they helped turn Wemby's debut into something the league will remember. Tonight, we're breaking down how each one of these young players stepped into the biggest moment of their careers and played like they belonged. Dylan Harper, the pace controller who changed everything. Playoff basketball is a different game. Everything slows down. Defenses tighten. Possessions matter more. Mistakes feel heavier. And in that kind of environment, you need someone who can bend the tempo, not just play fast, not just play slow, but control when the game speeds up and when it freezes. That's where Dylan Harper came in. The rookie who played beyond his years. From the moment Harper stepped on the court in his playoff debut, you could see it. He wasn't reacting. He was reading. Every possession looked intentional. Every move had purpose. And that's rare for a rookie guard, especially one sharing the floor with a generational talent like Wemby. Signature move: hesitation burst drive. Harper's go-to weapon? The hesitation into explosive downhill drive. He pauses just long enough to freeze the defender, then explodes past them before help can react. And once he gets into the lane, now the defense is in trouble. Because when Harper collapses the defense, he's not just looking to score, he's looking for Wemby. Chemistry with Wemby. The Harper-Wemby connection quickly became one of the most dangerous combinations on the floor. Pick and roll, automatic pressure, drive and lob, highlight waiting to happen. Kick out to reset offense, smart and controlled. Harper understands something most young guards don't. You don't force greatness. You feed it, and that's exactly what he did with Wemby. Playoff debut performance. In his first playoff game, Harper didn't just show flashes. He showed control, created high percentage shots, limited turnovers, controlled late game possessions, delivered clutch playmaking moments, and most importantly, he didn't let the moment speed him up. Strategic impact. Harper's biggest contribution wasn't scoring. It was decision making. When defenses tried to double Wemby, Harper punished them. When defenses stayed home, Harper attacked. That balance kept the Spurs offense alive. Why Harper matters to winning. Without Harper, defenses load up on Wemby. With Harper, defenses are forced to choose their poison. And in the playoffs, that's the difference between good offense and unstoppable offense. Dylan Harper didn't just survive his playoff debut, he controlled it. And when your rookie guard is controlling playoff tempo, you're already ahead of the game. Stephon Castle, the defensive anchor with offensive bite. There's a certain type of player that becomes even more valuable in the playoffs. Not the flashiest, not always the highest scorer, but the one who does everything that winning requires. That player? Stephon Castle. From rookie to reliable. Coming off a Rookie of the Year season, Castle entered the playoffs with expectations. But what made his performance stand out? He didn't try to do too much. He did exactly what the team needed. Signature move. Contact pull-up jumper. Castle's go-to move, the strong, balanced pull-up through contact. He doesn't avoid physicality, he welcomes it. And in playoff basketball, that's a weapon. Defensive presence. But where Castle really made his mark was on defense. He took on the toughest assignments. He stayed disciplined. He forced uncomfortable shots. And because of that, Wemby didn't have to do everything. Castle and Wemby defensive strategy. Here's where things got dangerous. Castle pressures the ball, forces a drive, cuts off angles, and just when the opponent thinks they have a lane, Wemby is waiting. Shot attempt, blocked. Drive attempt, altered. Possession, over. Playoff debut performance. Castle's stat line didn't tell the whole story. Because his impact showed up in defensive stops, hustle plays, extra possessions, smart rotations. He filled every gap on the floor. The biggest surprise? Castle's composure. No rushed decisions, no forced plays, just smart basketball. Why Castle matters to Wemby? Because of Castle, Wemby could stay aggressive. He didn't have to conserve energy chasing guards. He could focus on what he does best. Protect the rim, dominate inside, change the game defensively. Stephon Castle isn't just a role player. He's the glue, the connector, the player who turns talent into winning basketball. Question 1. Which NBA team made this playoff run with multiple rookies? A. Detroit Pistons. B. San Antonio Spurs. C. Houston Rockets. D. Orlando Magic. Read the floor, the timer is on. We'll give you 10 seconds to lock it in. The correct answer is B. San Antonio Spurs. Question 2. Which player uses a contact pull-up jumper? A. Tyrese Maxey. B. Josh Giddey. C. Stephon Castle. D. Jalen Williams. The correct answer is C. Stephon Castle. Carter Bryant, the silent weapon that opened everything. Every playoff team needs one. That one player who doesn't demand attention, but punishes you when you ignore him. For the Spurs, that player was Carter Bryant. No hype, just production. Carter Bryant entered the playoffs without headlines, but by the end of his debut, people knew his name. Signature move, catch and shoot corner three. Bryant's weapon is simple, quick release corner three, but the timing, that's what makes it deadly, because when defenses collapse on Wemby, Bryant is already set, ready, waiting, spacing, and floor balance. Bryant's presence forced defenses to stretch. No more packing the paint, no more easy double teams. Because if they did, Bryant made them pay. Bryant and Wemby offensive balance. The connection is simple. Double Wemby, Bryant scores. Guard Bryant, Wemby dominates. That's not just chemistry, that's strategy. Playoff debut performance. Bryant didn't chase shots, he waited for them, and when they came, he delivered. Efficient scoring, smart positioning, high confidence. Why Bryant matters. He gave the Spurs something critical, space. And in the playoffs, space equals opportunity. Carter Bryant didn't need the spotlight. He created it for everyone else. Wemby's historic playoff debut. Now let's talk about the moment everyone will remember, because what Victor Wembanyama did in his first playoff game wasn't normal. Record-breaking performance. In his playoff debut, Wemby dominated defensively, controlled the paint, altered nearly every shot, and most importantly, he set the record for most blocks in a playoff debut. But here's the truth. Greatness doesn't happen alone. It happens when everything around you works. The system that works. Harper creates pressure. Castle locks down defense. Bryant stretches the floor. And Wemby, he finishes it. Question 3. Which rookie was the silent weapon spacing the floor? A. Carter Bryant. B. Jalen Williams. C. Keon Johnson. D. Tyrese Maxey. Eyes up. Decision time. You've got 10 seconds. The correct answer is A. Carter Bryant. Question 4. Who set the record for most blocks in a playoff debut? A. Tyrese Maxey. B. Cade Cunningham. C. Paolo Banchero. D. Victor Wembanyama. Freeze the frame. Your countdown starts now. The correct answer is D. Victor Wembanyama. Is this just the beginning, or are we watching the rise of the next dominant playoff team? Because if these rookies keep growing and Wemby keeps breaking records, the league might have a serious problem. And if you think this playoff debut was legendary, wait until you see how Wemby compares to other great defenders in NBA history. Coming on the next video, because the next chapter might be even crazier.